Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes. And today in this video, I'm going to do a double story time. And I apologize if there's so much background noise, there's music playing. It doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you guys, I am terribly sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. But anyway, today in this video, I'm going to do a double story time about how somebody made us miss our bus twice because they had to use the restroom at the last minute. And this is a story just to let you guys know you should always use the restroom several hours before getting on the bus. Don't wait till the last minute before getting on, because if you do that, then you're gonna either make your whole group miss the bus, or or if you're by yourself, you're gonna have to wait maybe a whole nother hour or half an hour to get on a bus, because it's no fun to miss a bus. Trust me, been there, done that, and I definitely hate it because I have to wait a really long time. So this is a story just to teach you guys, if you have to use the restroom, use it several hours beforehand on getting on a bus. And I'm gonna get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. First story. This one started about 3 years ago. It was a big group of us going on a lunch date to IHOP. It was me, a bunch of my friends, including Restroom 5. Yes, that's what I decided to name the person in this video, is Restroom 5. Only just because I have a couple story times with 4 other people who are named Restroom in my story times. And also just because she had to use the restroom. And it was just a big group of us and 2 supervisors, because we were with a local program, and we had a lunch date to IHOP because it was the cheapest place for us to get our food. So we go to IHOP, everything goes well, we get our food, eat our food, pay for our food, and the end of the day comes and we decide to get ready to get on the bus. Then all of a sudden, when we're at the bus stop to get on the bus, Restroom 5 suddenly announces that she has to use the restroom. And the supervisor asks Restroom 5, why didn't you ask to go before we left the restaurant? She goes, I didn't have to go at that time, but I really have to go now. So the supervisor orders us not to get on the bus until she and Restroom 5 get back from a restroom. So the supervisor leaves us with the other supervisor so she can walk Restroom 5 to the restroom. The bus comes, we don't get on, and the bus leaves without us, so we have to wait, I think, a whole another half hour for another bus, which kind of stinks because the buses in my city run every hour or half hour in between. So a couple minutes later, the supervisor comes back with Restroom 5 and tells her that next time she should have used the restroom before we had left the restaurant. So it was easy. Okay, let me start that over. Sorry. The supervisor has a chat with Restroom 5 and tells her next time she has to go next time she should have gone to the restroom at the restaurant instead of waiting until we got to the bus stop to use the restroom, because she made us miss the bus because she had advocated to go to the restroom at the last minute, and she wasn't the supervisor wasn't too happy about that. So Restroom 5 apologizes to everybody for accidentally having to use the restroom at the last minute, and we were all super nice about it because we all understood, because we all have had those moments where we've actually had to use the restroom at the last minute minute and had to miss our buses and stuff. So we completely understood. So after that, we all just sit at the bus stop, wait for our bus. Our bus comes and we get on the bus, and we're kind of late getting back to our meetup because someone had to use the restroom at the last minute, but it's totally understandable. I've definitely done that before at home before. Like, I almost made myself late for the bus one morning because I had to use the restroom, but it happens. I mean, we all end up doing things at the last minute, and we were all very nice about it. So the moral of the story is always use the restroom a couple hours beforehand. And so then you don't make yourself miss your bus or your group miss your bus. Story number 2, moving on. This is the same thing, but different location. So this one started, I think, about 3 years ago. We were at a local park and we were just doing some art, and I think we were doing art that day. I don't remember. We were at the park doing art activities. I don't remember what we were doing, but we definitely were at a park. And then we made a quick pit stop to Michael's because I think they had to get some supplies from Michael's. And we were just doing an activity. Like I said, I can't remember what we were doing because this was so long ago. And everything goes smoothly. We just do the activity and do our art projects and everything and have a great time. So then it's time for us to get on the bus because it's like 1 something. So we get ready to go to the bus stop. Then all of a sudden, Restroom 5 announces to the supervisor that she has to go to the restroom, and the supervisor is like, but we have to get on the bus. And she goes, but I really have to go. So the supervisor leaves us with the other supervisor, and the supervisor takes Restroom 5 to the restroom. We wait maybe 5 minutes. We end up missing the bus that we have to get on to get back to where we need to be. And Restroom 5 comes out back with the supervisor, and she was in there maybe 5 minutes or so, and then we had to wait another, probably like, I think another hour for the next bus. And Restroom 5 feels bad and apologizes to us for making us miss our bus. And again, we were really nice about it because I completely understand her, because I've definitely been in those moments where I've actually had to go to the restroom at the last minute before doing things. I've actually, one time, I remember when I was a kid, I accidentally advocated in the middle of a trip to go to a restroom because I forgot to go before we left. And that's a rule my mom has of using the restroom, is when we're going on long car rides, is to always use the restroom before leaving, so then you don't have to worry about stopping for a restroom. Definitely has happened a few times. Trust me, it's no fun. So anyway, we wait maybe, I think, a half an hour for this bus, and the bus shows up and we all get on, and nobody says anything to Restroom 5 because we were all just very nice to her about the whole last minute restroom situation, because we completely understood the situation and we knew she didn't mean to make us miss our bus because she had to use the restroom at the last minute. But it happens. I mean, it's like, we've all done that before. So the moral of the story is always use the restroom before getting on the bus, because you don't want to have to use the restroom at the last minute, like a couple minutes or an hour before getting on the bus. Because if you wait till the last minute to use the restroom, then you're going to end up missing your bus, and then you're going to have to wait a really long time for the next run. And trust me, it's no fun to have to wait a really long time for the bus. So always just make sure you use it a couple hours beforehand instead of like 2 minutes or like 5 minutes before the bus comes. So that was the story. Those were my stories about how someone made us miss our bus because they had to use the restroom at the last minute. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned how important it is to use the restroom several hours beforehand rather than at the last minute before getting on public transportation. Because if you do that, like I said, you're gonna have to wait super long depending on your bus schedule and how long your bus takes to get to and back to where you need to be. So always just be mindful and make sure you use the restroom ahead of time, even though you don't have to use it. It just makes your life so much easier so that you don't have to make your group miss your bus, or you don't have to miss your bus going to where you need to be. So thank you so much for watching. Please show a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!